Hello, greetings. The dream I had yesterday, I mixed up. It produced some kind of negative reactions, but it was supposed to be positive. Um, I had two dreams that are similar in the same area in the dream. That's why I mixed it up. There are two dreams, but it's talking about directly about my issues. Uh, but the what is stolen is it's not a lot. However, it's like my life. Um, because there are crimes that are happening in and people are, I don't know what they're doing. It looks like they're they're afraid to talk about it, or they're sleeping over it, or they are managing in a way they try to control it, but it's not something that a person can live under when it's with their knowledge. If someone does that with their knowledge, it's very difficult. But anyway, the dream goes like this. Okay, it was there are two dreams. The second one speaks about the formula and what I said in there, which also shows that some of the stuff that I mentioned, um, that it is by the permission of God. No one else has the permission of God. With that, that's why I have to finish my formula. In the formula, I say, um, um, I always talk about it, but they insisting that it is me. And so in this formula, in the dream, I explain to them that people in real life they are insisting, and I have known that, like how people advertise uh, by force some things that I can't get engaged in, from like, because I don't have authority, or I'm not a leader or something or a manager of it. So in this dream I said, it's a the second dream is the second dream. An Arab lady, uh, she looks at me. I'm outside. There's a bench, an old, very old bench, and she looks at me, and someone comes and visits her. There's a fence in between, and I didn't see the person that visited her. And she's saying, she's hinting with eye movement to her that um I am like faking something, uh when I'm outside, homeless on this bench. And then I try to pick up this bench. It's like, it's an old wooden, and it makes sound like squeaky sound that's funny. And I laughed like a real laughter. Now I'm in a warehouse. In this warehouse, there are a lot of Samoan and very mixed. The the dad is like, the manager is like the dad, and they're his kids. They are kinds of mixed, man. And he heard me laughing. He said, "Who laughs right now?" Like hinting that what is going on after, COVID, the lockdowns, the disturbance with people's lifestyles and all that stuff. And then I say, wait, I've got a formula. I'm gonna give you a formula. And then the formula that I have in my car in real life, sometimes give it to people. And and then when I got in the car, I grabbed scratch papers. There's no formula in there. I was standing there and flipping the papers, because there are no, just the same way that I have right now. And when I look up, everything's gone. I was at the bench, right? So everything's gone, and I've got nothing to hold on to. This is real life for 6 years, but in the dream, that is what is showing. This happened to me 6 years ago, but it still continues, uh, because I have to focus on something, on this formula in real life. So, and then I saw a lady with a lot of people, a white lady. not religious, and I asked him, hey, it doesn't matter whether the person is religious or not, but it's not about religion, it's about theft. But then the guy and the lady, she says, I say to her, they didn't want to help me. So like real life panic, I told her, I'm afraid I'm going to have to give you away. Like these are large group. When I'm saying that, it's a large like group of people, tribe. It's a large group of tribe, and I'm afraid I'm gonna have to give you away. And when I say that, she pointed to the guy, it's a mulatto guy, and it's him, it's him. And I said, how did she know? The way he walks, the way he comes, it's him. And then they went right, and then the guy went north. The second dream connects with this one. He went north, uh, and they went that way. It's like they went north. So he went. As he was going that way with us, he said they want you to sue the porn industry. It's the battery now. As I realized, it's the battery that was harassing me. That is extremely illegal for like 6 years. But I don't have time to for that kind of stuff. One person doesn't have time. Even a country can't handle that. So why am I gonna? Even it's law related legislation stuff like real life. This is happening to me, but the reason they were doing that, they're pushing me. So I keep. That's why I keep saying I'm not Jesus. That's what he does. So and he said, and I say to him, how do you know that? Because even in real life, I know it from like harassment and complaint, but but I can't answer stuff like that. And so he said, how did you know? That's as I was being surprised. And now the lady, she said she kind of agreed with the guy. uh the thief guy is saying the reason why they were doing that, they want you to sue, they want me to get more money for my real life taxi, stolen taxi identity, all that stuff. But this is in the dream. And then um and the lady she nods and she says, hey, yeah, why don't you do that? And I say to her, the formula. uh it's complicated. Let me give you an analogy. This is in the dream. One race of people, they do something, the other races will crush them. So that's what I'm trying to say in the dream. Okay, imagine Chinese, they do that too. I said there, and I had two other races I didn't mention in mind, but but the Chinese, they have a lot of that on their internet too. Uh, but I didn't mention the other two that I had in mind. So that complicated. In real life, that's how it's complicated. It's not what people understand. It's like individual, personal. But the way they're pushing in real life, like the way I talked about it, my battery died again after 1 week, didn't die. In a very critical, angry way, they will ask me something, and then if I don't do that, some serious stuff happens, hinting what they did to me. So that's it. But I was trying to explain the formula. But if this goes on like this, uh, Jesus will pray again. But this needs explanation, as I was saying. But I can't explain nothing when all my stuff is stolen. I can't even talk. I just scroll phone all day, and I can't focus. I can't. I can't even work. There were attacks when I go to work. When I don't do something, some people need to get together and stop that. But if they can't stop that, they have to help me so that I don't live in this state. Um, and God forbid, I'm an innocent guy from everything, um, except maybe small sins. If I kill myself, Jesus says, well, indeed, he wouldn't come out because I kill myself. But it's pushing the limits of the formula. And my signs are being hidden, but they're real. So anyway, that's what's going on. I'm not saying go after somebody. I'm just saying I need help. The the people who think they can get something by harassing me, they are pulling something very serious. As I'm talking not about myself, my life not that long, and all that stuff. But what I'm talking about is like chains everywhere. Like I don't want more stuff to be overburdened. That doesn't help. That only destroys things. And I don't think anybody's innocent. Right now nobody's innocent. They might be silent. I had a guy, crying around here right now as I got attacked. Maybe he's also attacked in a wheelchair in the rain. This kind of stuff you can't solve with the way they're trying to solve. So have a great day. Please get me out of this situation and have faith. And I can't be lying about Jesus, obviously, Isa alayhi salam. So the people who know this, they might put their people in danger from God. And also this is like it's something people know about it, but they don't know how it's being used. But what I'm talking about is it's not something that Jesus would do. Yeah. It's not something that people, just random people, travelers do. Uh, Jesus, when I say Jesus, I'm Muslim. We believe in Isa alayhi salam, the return of him. Um, but I just want to get out of the way. You see, my belongings messed with for 11 years. Uh, I'm being embarrassed for no reason. I'm being shamed for no reason. So help me with that. I just asked somebody. This never happens. A relative to start my car as they just killed it in real life and just hangs up on me. I mean, I didn't do any to anyone to do something like that to me. So I believe it's an organized crime. It's an organized crime. And whoever is in charge, they can't be silent about it. I've been going on alone for 20 years. I didn't know. Last 6 years, I knew some of it. How it's connected to my real life. So that's the warnings. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if God is ending the world today or tomorrow. I don't know. But personally, they're pushing me so much for no reason by failing too much. By failing. Have a great day.